Just like that, Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA, the team owners, the Players Association, in the split of an instance, all of it can change. In a split instance, all of it can change. If this injury does anything, it should be a wake-up call to the WNBA.
The WNBA just sidelined its golden goose, and they've got no one to blame but themselves. Caitlin Clark is out for at least 2 weeks with a left quadriceps strain, marking the first time she's missed a non-preseason game since her sophomore year of college.
At least the next 2 weeks with a left quad strain. The Fever are currently 2-2 on the year. Clark has started all 4 games so far and is averaging 19 points, 9.3 assists, and 6 boards per game. The Fever said more updates will be provided after doctors reevaluate her.
But here's what really stings. This injury might be tied to quad tightness from the preseason that was never properly dealt with. Was Caitlin Clark pushing through pain this whole time, getting battered by reckless defenders while refs looked the other way? The timing couldn't be worse, and the league knows it. Panic mode has officially been activated. Let's send our support and drop a *get well soon CC* in the comments below.
All this fanfare, all this interest, all this newfound attention on the league can disappear overnight. Caitlin Clark's out 2 weeks.
Was Caitlin Clark playing on a damaged leg this whole time while the league, the refs, and maybe even her own team looked the other way? The evidence is piling up, and it's absolutely infuriating. Let's rewind to the May 24 game against the Liberty. From tip-off, something was clearly off with Clark. Her shots were falling short, her usual burst on deep-range attempts was missing, and the signature explosiveness just wasn't there.
There's literally footage of Caitlin Clark putting heat compression towards her leg. There is literally footage of her putting heat packs on her leg. There is new footage of her heating up her quad when she's playing.
Then came the moment that should have raised every red flag. Video footage showed Clark using a heat pack asterisk during the game asterisk. You don't need a medical degree to recognize what that means. She was already in pain and trying to push through it. After the game, head coach Stephanie White admitted she didn't even know exactly when Clark got injured.
Caitlin Clark does not look right on the sideline. Caitlin Clark is coming out, she has heat compression on her quad. She was playing injured. And ironically, that is probably the best case scenario. That is probably the best thing. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's a bad thing. And trust me on this, it is probably the best case scenario that she's been actually playing through this and she was able to play through this fine.
Let that sink in. The team only realized something was seriously wrong asterisk after asterisk Clark herself spoke up. White's quote says it all. Asterisk I'm glad that she did, because we need to nip this in the bud asterisk translation. Clark was silently playing through pain until her body couldn't take it anymore. And ironically, that might be the best case scenario, because if she asterisk has asterisk been playing hurt this whole time, at least there's a reason for the drop in performance, and it means she still has more in the tank once she's healthy. But let's be real, this wasn't some freak accident. Clark missed the Fever's preseason opener with quad tightness, on the same leg now sidelined with a strain. The team insists this is a separate injury, but come on. Same leg, same muscle group, same pattern. That's not coincidence, that's mismanagement. This should be a wake-up call. The WNBA has a generational talent on its hands, someone who brought the league to the national spotlight like never before, and they let her get worn down by constant physical play and silence from officials. She's been hacked, grabbed, slammed to the floor, and bumped off screens with almost no protection. Game after game, she absorbs contact that would draw whistles for other players. Everyone's been watching this happen and doing nothing. Clark has been the target of relentless physicality for 2 straight years, starting in college and now into her rookie WNBA season. It's been open season on her every night, with defenders emboldened by the refs' refusal to call obvious fouls. One play in particular stands out. She was yanked to the floor, landed hard on her hip, and nothing. No whistle, no protection, just silence. Coach White said it best: great players hide injuries. Clark, under immense pressure to carry a franchise in a league, likely felt like she had no choice but to tough it out. She's always pushed through, but this time her body pushed back. And now the league's biggest star is out. This injury wasn't just avoidable, it was preventable. Proper rest in the preseason, better officiating to curb the targeting, and a medical team alert to early warning signs could have stopped this from happening. Instead, everyone looked the other way while the WNBA's most valuable player broke down right in front of them. Now the league faces its worst nightmare. Caitlin Clark is sidelined for at least 2 weeks, and probably more like 4 to 6. This is only the minimum timeline until her reevaluation. Within hours of the announcement, the panic set in. League execs, who had been riding high off Clark's popularity, were suddenly staring down the prospect of empty arenas and tanking ratings. Let's not sugarcoat this. Clark was responsible for ** 26.5% of all WNBA economic activity last season **, from ticket sales and merch to TV ratings. That's not just a rookie impact, that's an * industry shift *. And now she's gone, just like that. The reaction was instant. Fans began saying they'd take a break or come back later. The numbers are already slipping. Teams that built entire marketing campaigns and broadcast deals around Clark are now scrambling. And the front office? They're walking into upcoming negotiations a lot less confident, with Beyoncé's * feeling myself * on pause. So here we are. The WNBA lost its golden goose, not because of a fluke injury, but because the people in charge refused to protect her. Caitlin Clark earned her spot at the top last year. The question now is whether the league will finally start treating her like she belongs there. The WNBA should consider itself lucky this is only a rumored 2 to 4 week injury, because if Caitlin Clark were out for the entire season, viewership would nosedive. Completely no exaggeration. The Washington Mystics had already moved their upcoming game against the Indiana Fever to a larger venue in Baltimore, banking on the massive crowds Clark draws. Now, they're dealing with refund requests from fans who bought tickets just to see her *. And honestly, it's embarrassing. Try explaining to disappointed fans that the only reason you moved venues was for one player, only to now tell them, yeah, she's not coming. This is just the beginning of what's shaping up to be a logistical and PR catastrophe for the league. Take Chicago, for example. The Sky made an even riskier move by relocating their Fever matchup to the United Center, home of the Chicago Bulls. This was supposed to be a banner moment, a sign of the WNBA's explosive growth. Instead, it's looking like a disaster in the making, with thousands of empty seats potentially staring back at cameras during * nationally televised game *. That kind of optics. It doesn't just sting, it * sets a league back years *. And here's the part that should absolutely terrify WNBA executives. This entire operation, this whole surge in popularity and revenue, is being held up by one 23-year-old rookie. Let's not pretend otherwise. That main matchup between the Fever and Sky. It was the * most watched WNBA broadcast in ESPN history *, drawing 2.7 million viewers and peaking at 3.1 million. Those numbers didn't happen because people suddenly fell in love with the league. They happened because people * wanted to see Caitlin Clark *. Now she's out, and networks like CBS Sports are already bracing for a ratings crash. Advertisers who paid premium rates to get in on the Clark buzz.